welcome back to my channel. Cosmo by Kels here. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. Don't be afraid to stick around. Hit that red button to subscribe to my channel. And for the rest of Kels crew, if you could please hit on that bell so you can know every time that I upload. Why am I here today? Well, because Too Faced decided it was time to change the game and expand their Born This Way foundation. And they also rolled out a new concealer, which is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Now, I knew that I had to get this because I love everything that Too Faced pushes out, honestly. Too Faced was one of the brands that really helped me early on in my beauty blogging. I won a giveaway. It was so much makeup. I was freelancing at the time. Too Faced, I will always have a soft spot for Too Faced. But I picked up this concealer. It literally came out today. I ran to Sephora and got my shade. I swatched 3 shades in store and I blended them out, walked around for about 20 minutes, let it oxidize to decide which color would be for me. So the color that was for me was Butterscotch, and it is impeccably pigmented. It has a precision tip, and I do love the applicator because you can just get right in there. You don't have to have a separate brush. You don't need to pump it onto anything. Alright, so I'm done with my brows. My face is actually a little bit dry, so I'm going to pick up my trusty and true Embryolisse cream and just moisturize my face. I'm making that together, like this dry mouth girl trying to talk to me. So I did pick up this Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer from Too Faced, which I love their Hangover RX. I love their Hangover Primer, so I decided to get this because it's really, really hot in Las Vegas, like over 100 degrees every single day. So this is a Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer, and it's supposed to blur your pores, and it's supposed to provide some type of cooling effect to your skin. So I'm just going to put a couple of pumps of this on my face. Oh, this feels really good. It blurs your skin and it has a pink sheen in it, and it's for every skin tone. And this says you can wear it by itself or you could wear it with a foundation. Just gonna put a little bit of my Becca Evermatte on this small breakout that I'm having. Something else that I picked up and it just kind of jumped out to me when I was at Ulta was the Soft Matte foundation from Too Faced. And usually I don't get a medium to full buildable coverage foundation. I usually always go for a full coverage. But I've been seeing everybody wearing this and I thought that it was just a BB CC cream, but it's actually a foundation. So I wanted to try it out because, again, it has been extremely hot in the desert and I just wanted maybe a lighter foundation because I have been going through it with my skin. So I decided to pick this up. This smells amazing. I'm in the color Chestnut. It's infused with sweet, fig, and peach, as well as the cooling primer. So I'm gonna apply this. And when I applied it in the store, it just felt really nice. I also picked up the new Real Techniques Sapphire Blender because it's beautiful and it's blue, and I needed another beauty blender. This smells so good, and it's like so refreshing on my skin, honestly. Bring that down to my neck. It definitely has a dewy finish to it. Alright, so it says it's medium finish, but I'm getting a really good coverage, especially with the dark areas and dark marks that I'm having over here. So yeah, just a tad more to this area of my face because that's where the problem area is, just a little bit more. So I just want to concentrate that on this part of my face. And the primer is pretty good too. I can't really see my pores. It definitely smoothed my pores out. I do like that because I'm always skeptical about trying new primers because they either like clog my pores or they just don't. It's just a silicone-y feel, and this is definitely matte and it just straight up blurred out my pores, which is amazing. This just came out today and I went to Ulta, and it wasn't at Ulta. I went to Sephora and there she was. So this is the brand new Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It's a multi-use sculpting concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this out for the first time. There is no scent to this either. So since it's not as thick, I'm just gonna let this dry down a bit. And I love that they came out with more shade ranges for their foundation as well. I don't think the foundation is in store, and I'm not on the PR list, so I didn't get the foundation, but I do have their shade Caramel, and that is me when I'm super in the winter when I was in Minnesota. So I'm probably gonna have to go pick up another one of those as well. At the other pointy end with the Beauty Blender sponge, I'm just gonna blend this out, guys, and see how this blends. And my foundation still smells good. Everything smells peachy because I'm looking at this peachy palette too. So it just smells really good right now. The blend, baby. The blend. The blend? Bomb. Oh, the blend. Seamless. Seamless. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my face. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my face right now. Like straight up. So this is blending out very nice. Very, very nice full coverage. This is definitely a concealer you need to have in your collection because it's not an exact dupe for anything that I've tried so far. It is most comparable to Tarte Shape Tape, but not as thick as Tarte Shape Tape, with the same amount of coverage, and it has a bigger applicator, so it's easier to apply. You're not gonna have to put a whole bunch of lines. Like the real, I will figure out if it's creaseless after I set it with the powder. And now I went to the Sephora, it just came out today, and they didn't have the new shades of the translucent powder. So what I'm going to use today is just something that I already have. I'm going to use the Kat Von D translucent powder just to set the highlighted areas. I'm very impressed with this. Amazing. I am a victim of habit, and I always just like steer towards one concealer because like if it's working well, then I'm not going to keep using a different concealer every day. I know how that concealer oxidizes. I know what it's going to look like after 8 hours. It's not as thick as the Tarte Shape Tape. It's a little bit thinner consistency than the Tarte Shape Tape with the exact same coverage, which is what I need. And after wearing this for about 2 hours, I set with just a translucent powder. I'm not experiencing any creasing in my smile lines or directly underneath my eyes. And that's what's really important for me to decide if I like the concealer, because some concealers are really creamy and then they'll end up creasing, and then I'm gonna end up looking crazy and have to reapply translucent powder and stuff like that. Also, my smile lines tend to crease a lot, and it has not creased with this. So I'm also just impressed in general with Too Faced for collaborating with Jackie Aina and expanding their Born This Way foundation ranges. Now I already did have a Born This Way foundation, but this is in the shade Caramel, and this is kind of like my winter color, like when I'm in Minnesota, so it's like a little bit too light. As soon as this foundation rolls out in the stores, I will go and figure out what shade I am and also come and review